Hey guys, welcome back to Resistance Chicks. We are your hosts, Leah and Michelle. Today's July 23rd, 2017. It is a Sunday. Leah discovered this really neat video of this Muslim man. Somebody else had shared it, and they put in the title, "The Most Honest Muslim, Arab, whatever." And we wanted to fact check and make sure, because there are a lot of videos out there that have Muslims saying things, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then you share it, and then you find out that the subtitles were just put on by somebody that had an agenda. This is put on by MEMRI TV, and they are a non-profit organization that often does translations. This is real deal.
So he's going to start by talking about the attack in London, but their title is Muslims Contributed Nothing to the West Except Slaughter, Massacres, and Terror Attacks. The terror attack that unfortunately happened in London, he says this time it was near a mosque. If you follow the news.
المرة دي كان بالقرب من مسجد لو حضراتكم تابعتم الأخبار. بالقرب من مسجد يعني.
How could anyone decide to carry out a terror attack near a place of worship?
بالقرب من بيت من بيوت الله مسجد كنيسة.
Near a mosque, a church, or any temple where God is worshipped.
الله ويرفع فيه اسمه. كل الحوادث السابقة.
In all the previous vehicular attacks, at least in 2016 and 2017.
للأسف الشديد على الأقل في عام 2017 وعام 2016 هذه الحوادث.
The heroes were unfortunately Muslims.
وبعدين انت بتقعد
and then people wonder why they hate us.
تفكر في انه هم بيكرهونا ليه؟
Why do they hate us? If they didn't, there would be something mentally wrong with them. We use weapons all the time, slaughter people all the time, flay people all the time, burn people alive all the time, run people over all the time, and plant explosive devices and car bombs all the time. Why do you still expect them to love you? To tell me what the Muslims have contributed, tell me what the Muslims have contributed to the 20th century. Nothing. What did the Turkish Muslims of the Ottoman state contributed to the West? Slaughter, massacres, the impaling of Europeans on spears.
إذا صح التعبير وبالتعبير أو بالاستخدام الحرفي خزوقوا الأوروبيين على أسنة الرماح. ده حقيقي ده اللي
It's true. That's what the Turks did in Europe in the 16th and 17th centuries.
القرن ال17 ده اللي عملوه.
What did the Muslim Turks do to their Arab neighbors, most of whom are Muslims? They enslaved them, tortured them, and imposed inflated taxes upon them. They made their lives unbearable. What did the Muslims contribute to the West in the 19th and 20th centuries? Except for theories of Mohadi, Savid, Kabir, Osama bin Laden. What did the Muslims contribute to the West? Don't say to me the literature of Nagub, somebody in the science of the achievements of these people cannot be attributed to the being a Muslim. They're being Muslims. What have the Muslims shown the West other than bombing at their capital cities? What have the Muslims shown them other than vehicular attacks? What have the Muslims shown them other than shooting them? What have the Muslims shown them other than burning them alive in cages? They burned other Muslims alive as well. They all claim to have a monopoly over Islam. What have Muslims shown Westerners to make them love them and welcome them into their countries? After all this, you still ask me, why do they hate us? And then the people invent terms like a global conspiracy against Islam. Man, a global conspiracy against Islam would mean that Muslims are being massacred around the world. And the opposite is true. It is the non-Muslims who are being massacred. Am I right or what? Then you say to me, have you considered the Muslim minorities in India or Mali? To tell you the truth, what I see is Muslims perpetrating massacres against Christians and other majorities across the globe. The Muslims are constantly whining, lamenting, and wailing. The West is conspiring against us. Fine, let's assume that the West is conspiring against you and only sees your negative image. Where is your positive image? The Muslims of the Abbasid state presented a positive image. They exported scientific research through the so-called Muslim scholars. Most of whom, by the way, were not from the Arabian Peninsula. None of them were from the Arabian Peninsula. They were all from North Africa. And from what are now called the former Soviet Islamic Republic of Central Asia. What have the Arab countries contributed to the world? Nothing.
الدول الإسلامية.
What have the Islamic countries contributed to the world? Nothing.
ولا حاجة. دي بدأ في البحث العلمي.
What have they contributed to the field of scientific research? 2, 3, 4, 10 scientists in the course of 1400 years? Come on, man.
سنة يا راجل. طب بلاش دي.
Let's forget about 435 years and just keep one millennium.
في 1000 سنة
10 important scientists in 1,000 years.
اخترع الطيارة.
Who invented the airplane, the missile, the space shuttle?
نظريات الطرد المركزي.
Centrifuges, quantum mechanics, the theory of relativity. Who?
مين؟ أهم فلاسفة مين؟
Where did the most important philosophers come from? Not from here.
فأنت عايزهم يحبونا.
And you still expect them to love us?
خالص هيبقى.
And then you say terror-sponsoring countries like Britain deserve.
مثل بريطانيا تستحق. لا تستحق.
Nonsense. People do not deserve to be killed, slaughtered, or run over by a car.
ولا يذبح ولا يدهس.
Here.
We're going to read this. MEMRI is a non-partisan independent research institute providing research, analysis, and translation of primary materials covering a wide range of issues, including on terrorism and ideological trends in the Middle East. These video clips are provided as a public service to an international viewing audience to bridge the language gap and better educate and inform. Material about the statements of terrorists and extremists is provided to alert the public to threats and in no way constitutes an endorsement of such activities. So there you have on that, because it really seems quite unbelievable that you could have somebody out there saying it, but I am so glad that that guy is putting it out there, and I kind of fear for his safety. You know, I mean, I don't know. He said it all. I don't think we need to expound upon that unless you have an addendum or anything else you wanted to add that goes with it.
Little ISIS girl beheads doll. The State of Islam attack and defeat. The religion of heresy and the gangs of the military. Instill terror, exterminate the leftover remnants of the army, and slaughter. Soon, soon you shall witness wonders. The fearsome struggle you shall see. The battles will be waged in your own lands. The sword has been sharpened to destroy you. We march through the night and cut and behead. With the blade of revenge that attacks those who deserve it. With the spirit of the night, young men of terror, Islamic State will remain.
Wow. Okay. You could probably sit there and go to their
MEMRI TV
YouTube channel and watch a plethora of things.
Terrorism is rooted in Islamic text, not in their interpretation.
Yeah. All right, you guys. What's playing? Oh. All right, we're good. We're going to sign off here. This is Leah Michelle for Resistance Chicks, where it's not just a conspiracy theory if it's the truth.
You know, that reminds me of Toy Story.
How's that?
That poor child. Remember he was beheaded?
Oh, yeah, that was awful in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The neighbor kid.
The neighbor kid was like beheading things.
Yeah,
wasn't he beheading toys?
I don't know. He was being awful to him. I can't remember. Terrifying the other toys. It was terrible. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring the bell for notifications. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We love you. God loves you. God bless.
And that Muslim man, he could be my friend.
He could be your friend.
You could be my friend. I want you to be my friend. You are... Where's the rest of the Muslims like you, man? I know there's a lot of them out there. We just don't get to hear from them because if you speak out, they cut your head off. There's a lot of great Muslims out there who say, you know, things like, you know, Islamic terror is rooted in our text, right? Yeah. There's a difference between Islamists and people who identify as Muslim as like a kind of like a... It's kind of like a pizza with lots of toppings or something. Sometimes they're pepperoni pizza. Sometimes you got a lot of toppings on the pizza. You know, and like some Muslims just want to be a cheese pizza. We don't want all that other stuff. We're going to just toss it out. You know, we don't want the sausage.
Or the bacon.
Maybe they want the bacon. Maybe they want the bacon. Maybe there are Muslims who want the bacon.
They are.
We can hook you up. We raise pigs.
We do. There you go.
Muslims, you come to my house, I give you free bacon. You want it? Don't worry, but I'm packing too, so you bring your weapons, we're packing too, so just FYI.
All right, and we have dogs. All right, goodbye, guys.
And dogs.
I was cold, all alone, no place for home, every day, so what you call